We're trying to figure out if it's possible for women to be goddesses.
So what makes a woman a goddess, Unc?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that, right? She got to know her power. To be a goddess, you got to understand that you have a womb that bring in life, and understand that you can't submit. A lot of women nowadays, I say a lot of times because men tell women they should submit because they stronger. But I say this all the time, I got to say it again. Back in the days, Bob, women was queens, and men was only kings because women was queens. It wasn't the other way around. So women, they kind of like know how to deal with their emotions better. And listen, that's why they got rid of them. They outlawed the women because they saw the magic. I'm trying to tell you that they changed all the words and they just run around up and y'all just want to fuck them. But every time you she programming you. Because the pussy is programmed.
Do you think women have superpowers?
Yeah, they got a lot of superpowers. It comes through the pussy. I'm trying to tell you, it goes through the pussy. Listen, you can take a broke nigga that's really fucked up and he ain't got shit and let him fuck some good old pussy. That's what I'm on. You think I'm playing? All of a sudden, you're going to see him, he's going to be cleaned up, not smoking crack, not doing nothing no more. How the fuck you do that? He got that new, but then as soon as that bitch leave, she going to take back her power. He going to turn.
Right.
Well, some of the stuff, I do believe that women can be goddesses. And I do believe that, when a woman gets with a man, I do believe that, energy does transfer, So if you a bummy dude and you get with a girl who got her things together, I do believe that you'll receive certain favor as well. You know what I mean? And then as a man, you should want to level up. You know what I'm saying? If you got a girl that you like and whatever, you should want to level up. You should want to be better. And in regards to him saying the whole submit thing, I think women should submit. But I feel like, and what he was trying to say was, that's why women, it'd be so difficult for them to submit, or they don't, or I don't think he was saying like, oh no, women shouldn't submit. I think that what he was saying is that's why it's so difficult for women to submit, because they hold and they possess this power. We got a call. We got a call hotline. Get it off your chest podcast.
Hotline, who we got on the phone?
Man, y'all got a book on here, man, and that nigga is the dumbest nigga. That Uncle 607, Unc 6777, Unc, whatever his name is, that's probably the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Get it off your chest.
Are you a Christian profession?
Yes, I am.
What about you, Manya?
No, not really. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm spiritual. I don't follow no religion.
Right. Okay. So you believe in God. When you think of God, you think of man or woman?
When I think of God, man, I think God. That's a good question. I don't even think it's a man. I think it's a woman.
Oh, well, this is a conversation ain't for you. This is that.
I think
okay. Okay. Profession. Since you're a Christian profession, I can't argue Munyan belief because he's not a Christian.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I gotta go with another Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a Christian, right?
Yes.
So therefore you go by the Bible.
Yes.
And is anywhere in the Bible is it a goddess?
No, not from my knowledge. No.
Right. So the Bible, it go God over man, man over woman, woman over children.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
And when had they ever said that the woman got power? The only way a woman pussy is power if the man is weak. You just talked about lustful gay men. Okay? Those are the type of men that look at a vagina as power. So you can't bash them out of one part of your mouth and then on the other side say that your pussy got power and you can uplift a man and you can make a man better.
I didn't say that.
What you said?
I said that when some men do get with women, a man could obtain favor when they're with a woman. I feel like women are, I think we are favored because we give life. So I agree with what he said. In a sense, some of the things I did not agree with when it came from, putting, controlling them with the kitty cat. Some of the stuff I don't agree with. But what I did say is,
women don't give life. Women don't give life. God give life.
Okay, but women give birth to life. We give birth. God gave us. Yeah. Go ahead.
Right, you're right. You're right about that. Y'all give birth, but y'all don't give life. Only God give life.
Okay, God gives life.
Right, and there's another thing. God made Adam, and then He made Eve out of Adam. So therefore, y'all are a piece of man.
Okay, I agree.
What, the rib? That's the rib
The
thing that you
rib.
talking about?
The
I agree.
rib.
But
Yeah.
but
And Manya.
Yeah.
This is another thing, Manya. Okay, check this out. If you a guy, right?
Right.
You're gonna be strong. When you think of a guy, you think of strong, muscles, big, assertive. You know, why, if a woman is a goddess, why would a woman God? You say you thought that a woman was God. If woman was God, why would she make men
the head.
the stronger vessel? Why would a guy make a woman? What they would make the woman the stronger vessel, right? If you a guy, you make somebody in your image. You're not gonna make a woman God will make a man more dominant.
So this my perspective when it come to this. You know, in my head, not being religious, I feel like I look at the world like there's dualities, right? You have a woman and you have a man. Same as you have nighttime and you have daytime. Nothing is stronger than the other. The daytime ain't more important than the nighttime. A woman is a goddess, as she is a goddess in the essence with everything that come with that, and the man is a king with everything that come with that. And I think there's power struggles that happen between people as we trying to compare who's stronger, who this. You are as an entity, a woman is a goddess in her entity without even challenging a man who is a king and who is all that. And we have to meet. We have to have that equilibrium, you know what I'm saying, for everything to be balanced. But I think the power struggles always come from conversations like this, when you say one is stronger than the other. You know what I'm saying? Everything is created as it was. Even if you were to look from a religious standpoint, everything is stronger as an entity. And then when we kind of like meet, when we support each other, when we become, you know, a unit, then we can support each other, because no one can really survive by themselves, you know, spiritually and emotionally and all of that stuff. That's just how I feel about that.
And I feel
Okay,
like God
right.
created man and woman to work well together.
Yeah.
I feel like it both has their role to create that balance. So it's
Okay.
not like, oh well, the women should be less and women ain't got no power and
They
women ain't no goddesses and they
not.
PUSSY don't control anything. No.
don't.
I feel like a woman
at your
I feel like a
job-
woman has a power in her being, as far as being a woman. There is power in a woman. There is power in a man. Point blank, period.
At your job, if you have a job, and for the job to work well, it's a certain thing called hierarchy. You got to have a boss. You got to have employees. You got to have managers. You got to have people under people.
Okay.
It's not equal.
Okay.
Nothing in life is equal. That's like if your kids in your house and you tell your kids that you let them have equal say in your house. That's not how they go.
I'm not saying
And a
equal.
woman
I'm
don't
not
have-
saying equal.
No.
I say work well together.
No. Listen. Y'all said a lot of things. So one, y'all talking about the power structure. That's why we get into it. No, the reason that it's failing because it's no longer order. Everything needs order in your life. It don't matter what it is. Everything needs order, and that's relationships also.
And I agree
in
with
that
you.
order, man over woman.
Right.
If men were over women and not look at their mamas and their grandmamas like they queens, and really be men, the world would be a better place. Why do you think, okay, if it was so good to be a woman, why do everybody always bring up statistic about fathers not being in the home is bad for the child?
Yo,
If the woman can do so much, the woman need the man.
of course.
Of course. Just like the
course.
man needs the woman.
No. The man, the woman needs to follow the man. She's not a goddess. She's not a queen. And the dude on the video said that it was queens first. That's not true. It's no queen in the Bible.
Right. That's
And
one of the parts I say I disagree with.
Every great man in the Bible never chased a woman. Jesus, Peter, Paul. But when you go to King Solomon, King David, all of them, every time they chased a woman, the
Something
empire
happened.
crashed.
Right.
Yeah, it crashed. There you go. The woman is not a goddess. She's not a leader. And thank y'all for letting me get this off my chest.
There it is, caller. That was crazy, and I love these kind of phone calls, and I feel
Hey.
like talking about that. I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes we got to go with the definition of what do people mean when people say
Exactly.
We got to go with the definition of what somebody means
Yeah.
when we gonna have a conversation about that. Me, I just believe in balance.
It-
It's simple for me. Like, It's like when you look at a tree, it has roots, it has leaves, it has a trunk, it has branches. Nothing is more, the roots ain't more important than the leaves, but the branch, they got to work in collaboration. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Everything got to be, it's equally important. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
the
when we,
Go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
when we talk about something, we have to get into to the etymology and the definitions of where we coming from before we get into these conversations,
Right.
to these deep conversations,
Yeah.
especially if we're gonna take it right there. But
yeah.
it's healthy.
'Cause
It's healthy.
That was about to go from 0 to 100 real quick. 'Cause a lot of my words was misunderstood. You know what I mean? Like I totally agree with the caller that there should be some structure, there should be some order, and yes,
yeah,
you should submit to your husband. You know what I mean? However, I do think God gave woman special powers, or whatever you want to call it, special favor, or whatever it is that you want to call that a woman possesses that a man do not possess. That's why we work well together. That's why we are meant to be together, because a woman's got a woman intuition. Men ain't got that. A woman can tell you some things that just don't feel right in her stomach, and it ended up being real. A man 9 out of 10 times ain't got that, ain't in tune. Ain't in tune like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what balance a man and a woman. It's a balance. Yes, a man is the head of the household. Yes, a woman should listen to her man, but don't subtract the fact that women don't have no power. Don't say that, because women do in fact have power. When we may not give life because God put that in us, but God definitely assigned us a very important duty with giving life to you, and all of us, with carrying us. Y'all don't understand, that caller probably don't understand what kind of power a woman has to have to carry a child.
You
Okay?
know,
Clock that.
Clock that. Hey, when the caller was talking about structure, since y'all talking about structure and management styles, which is really, I mean, this stuff been written about. It's like when you look at the military, right? Mm-hmm. It's like in the military, if somebody with a higher ranking tells you what to do, you cannot question that person.
Right.
You have to do this, that, and the third. You got to go and do that, because the mission is, the mission depends on, it's a hierarchical kind of like way of commanding people to do this, that, and the third. If you don't listen to that, you get court-martialed, right? Mm-hmm. But if you work in a different type of job to where you can ask, you at the job, I know you work at the restaurant and somebody places an order, you can question different. It just depends what kind of relationship that you're dealing with, and it depends what it is. But it doesn't mean to say, because I feel like this the thing. I feel like in the conversations that we have about power struggles between men and women, we always feel like one party got to be right and one party got to be wrong. Yeah. It ain't never gonna go down like that. Mm-hmm. Regardless of what decision you're gonna make in this life, in whatever type of relationship you're gonna have. It's never going to be like one way.
Right.
There's always going to be advantages and disadvantages, and whatever you pick and choose, the situation you pick, like you want to be in, there going to be some repercussions. You just have to pick. I'm gonna be in the military, so am I good and ready for somebody to tell me what to do and just go with that? If I don't want to do that, let me pick another job. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about that, without trying to get too deep.
Yeah, everybody's entitled to feel the way they feel. I wish that, I wish I could have had a better explanation for Buddy. But, like I said, you can't take away, you can't take, just like the man possesses a power, and if you can agree that a man possesses a power, you have to be able to understand that women does have a power in their own too. And one thing I can say, if he don't know that, he will find out.
Caller. Hey, that's crazy, but that was a good topic, and I feel like we might as well. And on that, since we don't have a lot, we don't have a lot of callers coming in. That was a good call. Yeah,
and looks like that may be our time.
That may be our time. We gonna end on that.
It got interesting. It got real. It got a little hot, but as the goddess that I am definitely gonna keep my composure and set example for my other fellow women out there who remains goddesses and keep their power. So, Mayan, before we go, what we got going on with Shadow Outlines? Is the people ordering the books or what?
The people are ordering the book, and I could say since we started doing the podcast, a lot of y'all been ordering the book. It's on Amazon. Y'all can hit me up if you want a signed copy. It's a real good book, a real good read. written simple. It's not a thick book. It's just, you can read it, order it on Amazon, and let me know what y'all think about it. I'm not gonna tell you what the book is about. I'm gonna let y'all find out for yourselves. But what we got right here?
We got the holiday candles, of course, and shout out to everybody who placed the order. Shout out to everybody who got their membership on our men candles. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. If y'all want to shop, DM me, message me. My website is perfect-ioncollection.com, perfectioncollection.com, and go and shop. It makes great gifts. It makes good nice decorations for the home, for all of the fall seasons, Halloween season, Thanksgiving season, whatever you need. So
all that good
yes,
stuff.
we appreciate y'all.
And before we go, y'all can call the number, leave a message if you want us to talk about something. Get on it. We got an email.
Yep.
Y'all do all of that. So
Yep.
if you have topic suggestions, y'all leave them in the comments so we can rock out and talk about stuff that you guys want to hear, and you talk about stuff that you guys want to talk about. The email will be in the bio, and we can get it on and popping. But we
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
y'all.
We hope y'all had fun at the pajama
yeah.
party.
And that's been another episode, y'all. We're going to catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.
There it is.